Salutations all, and welcome back to another kitchen adventure. Sorry it's been so long. We've been super duper busy doing absolutely nothing, and now we're going to give you something to cook in the kitchen. So it's that time of year where you are invited to people's homes, you are obligated to bring something, you don't really want to cook anything, so we're going to give you something that doesn't really require a whole lot of cooking. Super easy, delicious, chocolatey, full of nuts, and can be packed into just about anything that needs to be wrapped. Today, we're making fudge. Let's get into it. Right? So first thing you're going to want is the butter. I'm so sorry for the lighting. Just want to show my young ones out there, the little lines on the side of your butter, typically each little section in between the lines, that's your tablespoon, right? So we need 2 of those. You're going to cut 2 of those little sections off once we get going. Our condensed milk does not have to be Eagle brand. It's just the brand that we choose to use in this household. You're going to want one 14-ounce can. We've got our vanilla, our chocolate. And again, you don't have to get the expensive stuff, but quality is key, right? The better the ingredients, the better the end product, all right? And we want 3 cups, and since we do things by weight in the States, a cup is 8 ounces, so that's a 24-ounce bag of chocolate there. This is my secret stash of walnuts. I like walnuts just because I feel like they give a better crunch. I mean, you can use whatever kind of fanciful things you'd like to add to your fudge. And we're going to mix it up today, and we're going to add the Reese's pieces of peanut butter there. I'm going to use a 9-inch pie pan and some wax paper. And of course, when you're packing fudge, you're going to need some lube, okay? And it just makes things better, okay? So, all right, we got all of our stuff ready. Well, let's go ahead and make it happen, right? So what I have here is a metal mixing bowl over a pot of steaming water. Do you need a bowl this big? No, but clearly I'm undercompensating. You don't want the water to be boiling, okay? You want the bowl to get nice and warm, but not too hot. If it's too hot, you'll end up cooking your chocolate. It'll get really, really hard, and it's very unsexy. No one likes it that way. I like to start off with my liquids or my melty thingies here. So going in first with the vanilla, and then with the butter. Let that start going. I just feel like it seems to help my chocolate melt better when I start it this way. But at the end of the day, warm bowl, chocolate's going to melt. So you can put it in any order that you choose. And remember, you do not want the water to be boiling per se. We just want a nice steam coming off just to get that bowl nice and warm. If you don't want to do it this way, you can also do it in the microwave, right? So for my young ones that can't use the stove without supervision, you shouldn't be doing this without a parent. Let me just throw that disclaimer out there, even if you're going to use the microwave. But you can put all these ingredients in a bowl, and I would say 10 to 20 seconds at a time in the microwave until you get everything melted down and nice and loose to be able to work with it. But same thing with the microwave. You want to be very careful because it's very easy to burn chocolate, and that is a disgusting thing to have to eat is burnt chocolate. All right, got our condensed milk going right in there. And that's pretty much the work, right? We just let it do its thing. And here you see we let it melt down. Still on top of our steaming pot. Okay, I've turned the heat off on that. And I want it to cool just a hair, right? So I'm going to add my walnuts to this at this point. But then remember we also had those Reese's pieces. His pieces of things. We had those little peanut butter chips. And I don't want the chocolate to be too hot because as we fold the chips in, if it's too hot, they'll begin to melt. And we want them to hold their shape, right, so that you get little individual bites as you're working through. And the method that we're using is called folding. So you can see I'm literally folding the ingredients into our chocolate mixture. Crazily easy. All right, so you got to lube it up, right? Don't go in dry. It's just personal preference, but, be safe out there. And I'm going to just shape the wax paper to the best of my abilities to the shape of my pan. And then we just start packing the fudge in there. I mean, I said it was easy. I meant that. I know sometimes we say it's easy and it's not maybe necessarily that easy, but come on. This is pretty easy, right? So that's it. We're going to pack it in nice. Believe it or not, this makes a really decent amount of fudge. I don't typically eat it. It's a little too sweet for me. I know the kiddo loves it. And we try to give it to friends and family when we can, just so it's not sitting around my house. Well, that's it. We're going to pack it down nice and firm. And while you're watching this, please make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a side piece. You know, the more that you guys enjoy these, the more encouragement it is for me to get up and make these videos. I want to share as much food knowledge with you as I possibly can, because when the zombies come, then you know you're going to... I'm sorry. Back to the fudge. So what I'm doing here, I'm just adding a little more of the walnuts and the peanut butter on top. I like to add a lot of the nuts because I love the texture of it. It really helps to offset the richness and the smoothness of that fudge. Then I'm going to fold over our remaining wax paper, and you set that bad boy aside to cool. Alright, that's it. Crazily easy, right? The hardest part is waiting for it to cool enough for you to be able to cut it, but that's it, man. So get out there, make some fudge, pack it, give it away as gifts. Thank you guys for checking out our video. Come back for the next one.